Welcome to the Visualize Meditations podcast, hosted by your friend Sasha Patil, a Chopra certified meditation teacher. The first step to creating the life of your dreams is to create a clear and compelling vision for what you want for the future. I'll be guiding you on visualization meditation so you can get clear on your deepest desires. Let's get started so you can turn your vision into a reality. Hi, hello, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Visualize Meditations podcast. It's your gal pal Sasha, and to paint the scene for you right now, I am currently in my hotel meets hostel room in Singapore. I'm here with my best friend. My best friend is out and about having his little solo travel journey while I am working, and that's kind of the benefits and drawbacks of doing what I'm doing is I am working full-time on my business and on my 9-to-5 job, and I'm traveling full-time. And when you're traveling with friends, you know, they get to go out and about and do their thing while I sit in and work, and it gives us our own time and space to do our own things. But, you know, it's a benefit and a drawback. But if you guys want to hear more about the journey and hear more about the ins and outs of what it's like to be a digital nomad, feel free to listen to the solo sessions. They come out every Friday. So today's meditation is all about standing up for yourself and knowing your worth. Personally, it's something that I'm feeling, knowing my worth is not something that I'm feeling challenged with, but being able to stand up for myself in the moment when my worth is being questioned is something that I can find a little bit challenging. And, you know, sometimes I'll be in the moment and say to myself, oh man, I wish I said XYZ thing when my character was being challenged or when my work ethic was being challenged. And I wish I said these things and I wish I stood up for myself in this way. And a lot of times I just don't think about it until after the fact. And then I kind of kick myself saying, oh man, I wish I spoke differently. I wish I stood up for myself and showed up for myself differently. And today's meditation is all around what it looks like to know your worth and to stand up for yourself when it's being questioned. Without further ado, let's get into the meditation. You can find yourself in a comfortable seated position with your eyes gently and safely closed. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, and emotions are completely normal. And if they come up for you during meditation, you can allow them to pass gently like a cloud in the sky with no judgment, and gently bring yourself back to the visualization. I invite you to start this practice with some deep, cleansing breaths. Allow them to be the deepest breaths you've taken all day. We'll do the first couple of together, and then you can continue on your own. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Last one together. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Visualize yourself in peak performance, the highest version of yourself. Visualize all these aspects of your character that make you feel proud of yourself and worthy. Visualize it so clearly, it's as if you're watching a movie. What does it feel like to know your worth? Really sit in that feeling. Visualize yourself being faced with opposition and questioning of your worth. And visualize how you manage that opposition and how you stand up for yourself. What does that look like? What does it look like to advocate for yourself? What does it feel like knowing you stood up for yourself? What does it feel like to feel so grounded in your own self-worth that you are unshakable? Allow this feeling to fill you up and to radiate out of you. You can bring some gentle movement back into the body. Maybe wiggle the fingers, the toes. Maybe roll the head, the neck, the shoulders. I invite you to close this practice with some deep, cleansing breaths to really lock in this feeling. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. I hope that meditation was helpful and grounding for you to really tap into your self-worth and understand what it looks like to stand up for yourself when you're met with opposition and challenges. Sometimes I think social media creates a highlight reel and people aren't really getting the full picture about what's going on behind the scenes. I feel like just in the world of social media, we can create a highlight reel about how life is going, but it's only a portion of the picture. You're not seeing the hard work, the determination, the grit, the struggles, the challenges, the breakdowns. You're not seeing all of that when you're looking at the highlight reel of social media. So it's hard to get a clear picture. And a lot of times, if you don't have the clear picture, there's a lot of assumptions placed based on those perceptions of you. And it can be really challenging when people have this idea about what's going on in your life and who you are and how you're working and how you're doing your life when they don't really have the full picture. And that can be really upsetting and really frustrating, or at least it has been for me during this digital nomad journey. So I encourage you to do something in this state right now to turn this vision into a reality. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what other people think about you and to prove your own self-worth. Like, that doesn't matter, but it still has an impact psychologically in some level. Every Monday, we have a new meditation here on this podcast. Every Wednesday, an episode of the Mastermind Moments podcast with my best friend, Josh Glanville. And every Friday, a solo sessions on this podcast where I chat about my journey as a digital nomad, lessons learned, interviewing friends, hosts, strangers, you name it. And we'll catch you guys next week. If you have any feedback for me, if you have any meditation requests, please send them in. I love being able to create as much value as possible and provide as much value as possible. And the best way for me to do that is to get feedback directly from you guys. It makes my entire day, makes my entire life when you guys reach out on social media and send me DMs about how much you guys love this podcast, because I love creating it for you guys. If you want to catch on getting up to on my digital nomad journey every day, my Instagram is at Sasha Bezos, SASHABAZIS. And we'll catch you guys next week. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Visualize Meditations podcast. Please follow, subscribe, leave a review, all of the good things. If you want to connect more, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Living Your Vision. So what are you waiting for? Get out there, create the life of your dreams, and we will see you next week.